2-2. Decatur 1-3. Hazel Green and Columbia 0-4. Class 6A Region 7. Southside Gadsden continuing to play good football. They get the win over Springville tonight, 13-6. We're keeping an eye on that Scottsboro-Fort Payne game. That one should be going final here any minute. And that is a big one because Fort Payne comes in 1-1 in region play. Scottsboro comes in 0-3. Fort Payne trying to move to 2-1 because Arab is setting the pace. Arab is threatening to run away with Class 6A Region 7. They get a win tonight over Pell City, 17-6. The Knights move to 4-0 in region play. Pell City falls to 0-3 in region play. Southside Gaston with that 13-6 win over Springville. They move to 3-1 in region play. Springville falls to 1-2 in region play. Oxford, they're sitting there at 2-1. They had the night off tonight. The Yellow Jackets getting a chance to put their feet up tonight and enjoy a little downtime. All right, that is Class 6A Region 7. All right, we got just a couple minutes left, but no, actually we don't. There is the horn. I thought we had a minute, two or left, but we didn't. That's the horn for the first 30 minutes. It'll get me every time, and it got me. All right, that is bad clock management on my part. When we come back, we're going to run down some Class 5A scores for you. We're going to run down the whole gamut of scores that we have here. Our North Alabama High School football scoreboard team working the extra miles tonight. We've got the band in the house. We're going to get the drum line cranked up for you in the second hour. Folks, sit down, buckle up, because we've got some scores and some stories to tell when we return on the North Alabama High School football scoreboard show.
Maybe the air doesn't blow like it should, or it's needing new tires, or you're just ready for something newer. It's time to move up, time to trade up. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's the perfect time to trade in and trade up because your current car or truck is worth more than you know. In fact, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't trade. We have nearly 100 Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned models to choose from. Our Ford Gold certified or low mileage gently used vehicles with great warranties. They've passed a 172-point inspection by certified technicians, come with a 24-hour roadside assistance, plus a full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. It's the perfect time to trade in and trade up because your vehicle is worth more right now at Woody Anderson Ford. Corner of Jordan Lane and Sparkman Drive. Hope to see you soon.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer here. Baumhauer's Victory Grill is your big game headquarters all fall long. And with our new fall features, every day is game day at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Try our pregame starters, including our homemade onion strings, always fresh hot lips, and our all-new Buffalo Dippin' Chicken appetizer. Our main events include incredible chicken, fish, and shrimp selections, always featuring local Alabama Gulf seafood. And don't forget our Sunday Blitz, 11 to 6. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. It's time for the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Now, here's Scott and Chad.
And welcome into the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. We've got some partials we want to pass along for you real fast. on this October 1st. We have ushered in the new month, and the importance of all of these games just ramp up a little bit. They get a little bit more intense because teams now have an eye on those playoff spots as we've come down that hill. We're on that down slope of the season. Fort Payne over Scottsboro right now in the fourth, 28-0. A big one that we are keeping our eye on is at Madison City School Stadium. Right now, Florence and James Clemens knotted up at 42 apiece. North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show extraordinaire Drew DeArmond on the sidelines for that one. And once it goes final, we're going to be joined by Drew, and I imagine he's going to tell us that this is probably the game of the year in high school football. How about Brewer and Lee, the Lee Generals, getting it done tonight over Brewer? Congratulations to the Generals. They get it 48-28. That was a score that we had not been able to get to you until just now. So we left off with Class 5A. Let's get into some Class 5A scores.
Class 5A scores.
But as we mentioned, Class 5A Region 8, that is where we start. Russellville blanking Ardmore tonight, 51-0. The Golden Tigers of Russellville started the night 8th-ranked team in Class 5A and flexing their muscles just a little bit. It is East Limestone 48, Lawrence County 14. Class 5A Region 7 we go. West Point over Crossville 43-6. The 5th-ranked team in Class 5A, in 5A I should say, the Gunnersville Wildcats. No problems tonight with Sardis. They cruise 63-6. Fairview over Boaz 21-18. In Class 5A Region 6, Moody blanking St. Clair County 63-0. The 4th-ranked team in Class 5A, Alexandria blanking Hayden. And the 5th-ranked team, or my bad, I said the 5th-ranked team, but Leeds is not. Leeds is the 3rd-ranked team. Can't read my own writing. Leeds is the 3rd-ranked team. They blank Center Point tonight, 28-0. Let's slip into some Class 4A scores.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Class 4A Region 8, we park the bus. The upset of the night so far, West Morgan upsetting 8th-ranked Central Florence 27-24. 10th-ranked Brooks getting the best of 7th-ranked West Limestone 27-20 on the road. Priceville over Rogers 58-43, and it's Deschler cruising past Wilson 49-6. Class 4A Region 7, Westminster Christian Academy. Last week, we nicknamed them the Cardiac Cats. And they once again purr their way to a win, 31-28 over New Hope tonight. So the Cardiac Cats are alive. They get a win. What about Madison County, North Jackson? Have we seen a final there between the Chiefs and the Tigers?
We actually do have a final. North Jackson a winner away, 20-15 over Madison County.
All right. Madison Academy, the 2nd-ranked team in Class 4A. I said this earlier, and I say it now because I look at the score. If you looked at the score, 42-16 was the final. But Randolph would actually lead in this ball game 10-7 after the first quarter. That's the first time that the Mustangs had trailed in like 16 quarters. They no problems tonight. They end up cruising 42-16. All right, let's go out to the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline because we mentioned it was a golden win for the Fife Red Devils tonight, 45-19 over Plainview. Well, that win just made their win streak move to 50 games. They increased their regular season win streak to 63. They moved their home winning streak to 52 games, and they moved their consecutive game scoring streak to 284. The Fife Red Devil head coach himself, Paul Benefield, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coach, congratulations tonight on the win. Anytime you can pick up a region win, it's huge. 45-19 over Plainview.
Yeah, it was. Just a tough game, physical game. Don't sound like it, but we got some kids beat up, and I'm sure they do. They had some hurt to begin with before it started. So it's good to get a win, and they got a good program, and it was a little tougher than it sounds by the score.
Well, Coach, obviously, how well did the guys play tonight? Then obviously you did get the win, so they had to play well. Who kind of stood out for you tonight?
Well, I hadn't watched film, hadn't looked at stats. I don't know defense.
Yeah.
We played pretty well. Brody Hicks, Kyle Dukes, and Will Stevens, I know, ran the ball pretty well. Logan Anderson some, but our defense really stepped up there. We got an early lead and got a turnover right after half, and kind of got them playing from downhill up. So it's a big win. Anytime, that's a big rival game for us. We're 5 miles apart, us and Plainview, so it's always good that you have another year that you got the bragging right.
Yeah, that is the key. And, Coach, how impressed with you with your team coming off a bye week, being able to focus on playing that rivalry game with Plainview?
Yeah, we had a lot of time. I didn't know how that would affect us, and I could tell it. It got to our conditioning some. Just now we got games the rest of the year, so we've had 2 open dates this year. We didn't have 9 games. So maybe now we can keep playing every week and stay and get in some kind of shape.
Yeah, next week it's hitting the road to travel a non-region game at North Sand Mountain next week. A little travel in you for next week, and then you close out with Geraldine, Asbury, and Scottsboro.
Yes, sir. That's we had our non-region games are all really good teams, so we got to enjoy tonight and tomorrow and move on.
Coach Paul Benefield joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win, and best of luck to the Red Devils going forward.
Well, thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Coach Paul Benefield joining us. The Fife Red Devils win their 50th in a row, and we just got a final in with 9 seconds left on the clock. James Clemens boots a field goal. They get the win 45-42 over Florence tonight. Oh, man, I told you that game was going to be the game of the night in Class 7A, and that did not disappoint. James Clemens 45, Florence 42 on a last-second field goal, 9 seconds left to get the win. So James Clemens does remain perfect in region play. They move to 4-0 in region play. Florence falls to 500 in Wade Waldrop's return to Madison City School Stadium. All right, when we left off, we were in some Class 4A scores. Let's get back to the Class 4A scores.
Class 4A scores.
All right, in Class 4A Region 7, we mentioned the Cardiac Cats. Westminster Christian Academy gets it done 31-28 over New Hope. It was North Jackson 20, Madison County 15, Madison Academy 42, Randolph 16, DAR 14, St. John Paul 10. And Class 4A Region 6, Aniana over Hansville 34-6, Good Hope over Etowah 20-19, and it's Dora over Fultondale 32-0. Class 4A Region 5, Oak Grove 50, Curry 16, Northside blanking Fayette County 34-0, Haleyville 2 better than Hamilton 31-29. Class 4A Region 4, Handley gets the best over Jacksonville 35-20. Have we seen a Munford-Cherokee County score?
Nothing at the moment, but right now Cherokee County is up 34-14 over Munford in the fourth quarter.
All right, I tell you what, it is good to have the Drumline back with us tonight. Props for them. Freeing out the free pizza, the Drumline shows up. Anniston 55, White Plains 12. All right, let's get into some Class 3A scores.
Class 3A scores.
All right, Class 3A Region 8, East Lawrence on the road at Elkmont tonight. We got a final there.
We do. East Lawrence a winner 54-28 over Elkmont.
54-28. All right, Phil Campbell over Colbert Heights 42-7. Lauderdale County remains perfect as they blank Clements 49-20. And we'll have to dive in to the Class 3A Region 8 standings here in a little bit. Lauderdale County coming in the 9th-ranked team in Class 3A. By the way, we just talked to head coach Paul Benefield, the Fife Red Devils beating Plainview. We're going to talk about Plainview here in just a little bit. They were inside the top 10 as well. Class 3A Region 7, that is where we go next. Fife a 45-19 win over Plainview. Fife, the number 1 ranked team in Class 3A. Fife got 21 of the 22 first place votes. Piedmont picking up the other one. Piedmont 5-0. They were in action tonight as well. But Plainview came in the 8th ranked team in Class 3A. Fife, the number 1 ranked team. This was a top 10 showdown in Fife. And Fife comes away victors 45-19. Sylvania over Asbury tonight 49-6. And it was Geraldine over Brindley Mountain 53-0. Class 3A Region 6, Winfield over Vinemont 41-8. Oakman and Susan Moore. Chad, what do we got there?
See, kind of rolling through. Actually, I do have a final right here. Oakman a winner 32-14 over Susan Moore.
Okay, it was J.B. Pennington getting by Carbon Hill tonight, just barely 43-42. Holly Pond all over Tarrant, 59-6. Class 3A Region 5, Sacs posting the shutout tonight, 61-0 over Pleasant Valley. And in Class 3A, Sacs, all right, Piedmont Ohatchee 28, Piedmont 24. So we've got a little bit of an upset there in Class 3A. So Fife probably now going to pick up all 22 first-place votes next week, I'd imagine. Interesting to see where Piedmont falls, but they get upset tonight by Ohatchee, 28-24. It's Hoax Bluff blanking Weaver, 35-0. Walter Wellborn and Glencoe.
Walter Wellborn a winner 51-10 over Glencoe.
Okay. Class 2A scores. Scotty, let's go rocking and rolling.
Class 2A scores.
All right, my scoreboard sheet a little blank here in Class 2A. I know the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show team and Chad have been hard at work, and they've been talking to each other all night. Red Bay Sheffield, what do we got?
Still in the fourth quarter, Red Bay up 34-20 over Sheffield.
All right, Lexington 42, Hatton 8, Mars Hill Bible in Class 2A. The third-ranked team in Class 2A on the road tonight, taking on Culver County. And this is Mars Hill Bible generating the win, 25-20. Class 2A Region 7, Tanner all over Whitesburg Christian tonight, 47-12. Pisgah and North Sand Mountain, what do we have there?
I have a winner 44-20, Pisgah over North Sand Mountain.
All right, North Sand Mountain next week. The road does not get any easier, as we mentioned. They will welcome the top-ranked team in Class 3A, Fife, coming to town. Falkville coming in, starting the night, ranked number 6 in Class 2A. They were at home tonight, taking on Section. What do we have there?
Section A winner 21-6.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That is a little bit of an upset there as Section knocks off Falkville 21-6. Class 2A Region 6, Westbrook Christian took one on the chin last week against Randolph. This week on the road taking on West End. What do we have there?
West End wins in a close one, 17-13 over Westbrook Christian.
All right, Spring Garden and Gaston.
Nothing at the moment. Still in progress.
All right, Sandrock and Locust Fork.
Same deal at the moment.
Okay, Cleveland blanks Southeastern 49-0. Class 2A Region 5, Winston County at home taking on Midfield.
Midfield a winner 22-6.
All right, Addison and Cold Springs.
Addison a winner as well, 37-13 over Cold Springs.
All right, let's bounce into Class 1A scores.
Class 1A scores.
All right, your 6th-ranked team in Class 1A, Decatur Heritage, on the road tonight at Waterloo. What do you see there, Chad?
Decatur Heritage all over Waterloo, 52-14.
Okay, it's Vina and R.A. Hubbard. R.A. Hubbard getting the win tonight, 55-26 there. Cherokee and Phillips.
Phillips all over Cherokee, 76-0.
And then Shoals Christian and Hackleburg meeting each other tonight. Hackleburg coming away your winners, 62-12. Woodville and Cedar Bluff, Class 1A, Region 7. What do we got there? Class 1A, Region 7, Woodville, Cedar Bluff.
Cedar Bluff a winner 54-12 over Woodville.
All right, Valley Head and Appalachian.
Valley Head is a winner as well, 41-24 over Appalachian.
Class 1A, Region 6, Marion County and Meek.
Meek is a winner by 34-14 over Marion County.
And then Barry and Lynn.
Barry all over Lynn, 59-18.
All right, and then I saw this one. It's Eider and Victory Christian. It looks like a non-region matchup tonight.
Right now, it is 36-7 in the fourth quarter. Still waiting on that final.
All right, so that is a list of the 4A to 1A scores with an interview there from Fife head coach Paul Benefield. And once again, our game of the night, at least in the area here in the listenership of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. James Clemens over Florence, 45-22 with that field goal with 9 seconds left to get the win. All right. Once again, Drew DeArmond will join us from that game here in just a little bit. We've got some pictures. Thank you to our listeners for sending us the pictures and keeping us up to date on that game there. All right, 10:18. Let's get our first break in of the first hour. This is our last hour of the show. We got to get our first break in. When we come back, we're going to start it from the beginning and give you all the scores.
Never mind fall and football being in the air. We want to taste it.
And never mind not being able to tailgate at the game. Let's create the ultimate barbecue experience in your own backyard.
You said it, Foster Brooks, and that's where Brooks & Collier comes in. Big selection of outdoor furniture.
And a big selection of grills and smokers like Traeger, Big Green Egg, Blaze, even DCS, and more.
This is the good stuff.
And Paul, we definitely got the accessories. And remember, we deliver. Visit us at 813 Meridian Street and shop online at brooksandcollier.com.
Southern Fidelity Mortgage. Think of them as a loan for everyone, offering more products than anyone else and the guaranteed lowest rates and costs in town. Of the 2,000 loans that Southern Fidelity Mortgage has pre-approved over the last 10 years, all but one have closed. That's unprecedented in the banking business. For FHA, VA, rural development, and conventional mortgages, for the best mortgage experience in town, it's Southern Fidelity Mortgage.
Call Southern Fidelity Mortgage Company at 256-656-5936.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. We're still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Installation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at installatewitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Hello, this is Kerry Rosenblum, Rosenblum Realty, and we're part of that MA family. It's great to see football season back in. And, we're at Rosenblum Realty trying to take care of all your real estate needs, whether home buying or selling. We'd like for you to put our 64 years of experience to work for you. We have 4-generation family ownership and, again, take a personal touch to taking care of your real estate needs. Call us at 256-539-9501 or rosenblumrealty.com.
Bob Baumhauer and 97.7 ESPN The Zone have teamed up to bring you a huge opportunity this fall. Each week, come on down to Baumhauer's during the drive on Thursdays between 5 and 7 and register to win a Lunch Bunch gift certificate for 6 to Baumhauer's. But wait, there's more. Each weekly winner will then be placed into a drawing for Bob's tickets to the LSU-Alabama game in Tuscaloosa, complete with an invitation to Bob's exclusive pregame party at Baumhauer's tent on the quad. Stay tuned to 97.7 ESPN The Zone for other opportunities to sign up and win Bob's tickets.
The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. From today's headlines to the guests you want to hear from.
Who wants to party?
Listen in and join in. Weekday afternoons starting at 5. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show with Scott Tyson. Now, here's Scott and Chad.
All right, it's 10:23 on this beautiful Friday evening for high school football in the state of Alabama. We mentioned the state has it listed as Week 6. We call it Week 7 because Week 0 counts. Try to tell these teams that Week 0 does not count. 256-576-4977. That's the number to the Neighbors Wealth Management the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Why not? Neighbors Wealth Management hotline as well. Who wants to debate me on that one? Florence and James Clemens, we mentioned this one was a heck of a ball game. 9 seconds left. James Clemens gets a win, 45-42. What was at stake? Florence head coach Wade Waldrop made his return to Madison City School Stadium, where he led James Clemens for 8 seasons. James Clemens has one of the best offenses in Class 7A. By the way, they were the 4th best offense coming into tonight, 37.6 points per game. Florence, 11th best in Class 7A, 31.4 points a game. James Clemens comes in. They were ranked number 7 in Class 7A. They were perfect atop the region play. We already told you Sparkman got beat by Bob Jones tonight. So if James Clemens could hold on and get the win over Florence, they would move into sole possession of first place in Class 7A Region 4 at 4-0. Florence comes over. What a fantastic ball game. North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show extraordinaire Drew DeArmond on the sidelines for this one and joins us now on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Drew, welcome in. We said that this game going in was going to be probably one of the most entertaining ball games of the night. It didn't disappoint.
Well, Scott, all I got to say is I've been to a bunch of these region games. I'm doing Huntsville High Color for us on ESPN 97.7 The Zone. And now I was here as a representative of 97.7 The Zone tonight. And all these region games are track meets. You cannot go to the bathroom. You cannot get up. You better take a break at halftime and get some fluids because it's unbelievable. I don't think there's a great team in this region, but there's a lot of competition. And James Clemens tonight had one of the better comebacks I've ever seen. About as good as Bob Jones against Huntsville High. It seems so like – I'll say this. The James Clemens Jets did not get a defensive stop, Scott, until they intercepted the ball with about four plus minutes on the clock, and they were down 42-34, and they finally got a stop. I mean, the Falcons had about 600 yards of offense at that point, had been, I think, 7 out of 10 on third down, and then 1 out of 2 on fourth is what they ended up for the game, I believe. But it was one of these things where they just could not get a stop. But they got the interception, and then they drove 97 yards and then hit the 2-point conversion with Dante Snodgrass, tied it at 42, and then there was about 50-plus seconds left, Scott. They kicked it off to the Falcons, and then it was unreal. They stopped the Florence Falcons, and the Falcons snapped the ball over the punter's head and give the ball to the Jets inside the 20-yard line, and they line up after a couple of running plays, and they kick a 29-yard field goal with 6.4 seconds to go to win the game.
Wow.
45-42.
And, of course, this game here marked the return of Wade Waldrop to Madison City Schools Stadium.
Yeah, I talked to Coach before the game. It was great to see him. He really misses our area. He told us he missed us, and it was really strange seeing him. It was interesting. They changed it up. Florence actually used the home locker room, which is usually the home locker room, and the Jets were across the field. But it was just it was a great homecoming for most of this ball game. Florence played at such a high level, Scott. The 5-star athlete Jaleel Hurley was healthy, the junior. He'll be attending the Alabama-Ole Miss game tomorrow. He had a couple of touchdowns in this game, including a long touchdown catch in the first half. His brother, who's a sophomore, also had a long catch in this game, had a couple of big plays. And it was just one of these things where I commented to Brett Beard, our good friend from 93.9, and we were both here watching, and we just said whoever has the ball last is going to win, and that's basically what happened. It was just very strange ending with the bad punt snap. The second time that's happened to Florence, they had one for a safety against Bob Jones as well. So just a crazy game with both offenses played well. Gio Lopez was unbelievable, throwing the ball, running the football. Snodgrass had an unbelievable game as a runner and receiver. Just so many people on both sides making plays. But I know it hasn't been pretty, and James Clemens has had one close game after another, and their defense has struggled. But you got to give Gio Lopez, Snodgrass, Kobe Johnson, all those guys, a lot of credit for how they played all year on offense for the Jets. They're a gutty group, and, Chad McGee has done a great job in his first year. And now, as you just stated before we started the conversation, they're in the control now of 7A Region 4, and some crazy results I heard. Grissom beat Austin 29-24 from what I saw, and then what a comeback for Bob Jones. They were down 21-6 at half, shut out Sparkman, and get a huge road win tonight, 25-21.
Yep, so that puts James Clemens at 4-0, Sparkman, Bob Jones at 3-1, Huntsville sitting there at 2-2, Florence now 2-2 in region play, and then you got Albertville and Grissom there at 1-3, 1-4 respectively, and Austin at 0-4. So really right now there are 5 teams battling really for those 4 spots after tonight.
Yeah, they really are, and it sets up some interesting matchups. Huntsville's got to go to Austin next week. It's a game that's a very winnable one, but they haven't had a lot of success against Austin. Austin's rebuilding under Jeremy Perkins. And then, certainly then in 2 weeks, that's the Florence Falcons. And that game would be dripping with playoff implications for Huntsville High. So they're not out of it yet. Neither is Florence. But that's two gut-wrenching losses for the Falcons. 2 weeks ago to lose that game where Bob Jones comes back and wins 29-21, and then to lose this one the way they did tonight. But Wade Waldrop's a really good coach. He's going to turn that program around, but he's still kind of laying the foundation. But I got to give a shout-out to Kelvis White, too, because Bob Jones is a second-half football team. They've done that to everybody. They were down 49-31 early in the second half against Huntsville and came back and won. They came back and won in the second half against Florence, and now they've done it at Sparkman. So you got to give those kids over at Bob Jones a huge amount of credit for being 3-1 in the region right now. And their only loss was an overtime loss, 35-28 to the Jets.
All right, well, Drew DeArmond joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Drew, thanks for the update there, and thanks for all the reaction from James Clemens and Florence tonight.
No problem, Scott. You guys have a great show.
All right. That is some good stuff there from Drew DeArmond from the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Class 7A Region 3 we go. Tuscaloosa County, Gadsden City. Remember, Gadsden City, congratulations to the Titans. They pick up the 100th win in program history, 21-16. It's Thompson over Vestavia Hills, 49-7. Hoover over Hewitt Trussville, 34-10. Class 6A Region 8 we go.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Muscle Shoals, a big winner tonight over Hazel Green, 56-7. Athens 34, Hartselle 35. Coleman 17, Decatur 14. Buckhorn 45, Columbia 8. Westminster, Class 6A Region 7, Southside Gaston, Springville 13-6. We also need to get Kelvis White on the phone as well. No, Kelvis not talking.
We're trying to get a hold of him, but right now we're just getting voicemails and no answers.
He's the king of the White brothers tonight. Class 6A Region 7, Southside Gaston 13, Springville 6. Scottsboro, Fort Payne. Have we got a final there yet?
Yeah, thank you to Shane Shine who called in earlier. 28-0 Fort Payne over Scottsboro.
All right, that is the Battle of Wildcats there. Scottsboro and Fort Payne. I believe they actually play for a little Wildcat trophy in that one. Arab over Pell City tonight, 17-6. All right, let's slip into some Class 5A scores. Class 5A Region 8 we go. The 8th-ranked team in Class 5A, the Russellville Golden Tigers, taking on the Ardmore Tigers tonight. This one, Russellville gets the win, 51-0. It was Lee over Brewer, 48-28. East Limestone over Lawrence County, 48-14. Class 5A Region 7, West Point over Crossville, 43-6. 5th-ranked team in Class 5A, Gunnersville, no problems tonight with Sardis. Make that a 63-6 final. Fairview over Boaz, 21-18. Class 5A Region 6, Moody 63, St. Clair County nothing. 4th-ranked Alexandria over Hayden 35-0, and 3rd-ranked Leeds over Center Point 28-0. Now in Class 4A Region 8, I mentioned this region because it resides the 7th-ranked team, the 8th-ranked team, and the 10th-ranked team in Class 4A. Two of those teams are meeting tonight. 7th-ranked West Limestone, 10th-ranked Brooks. Brooks on the road at West Limestone, comes in, gets the win, 27-20. And I bring that game up because Brooks started the night a perfect 5-0, 3-0 in region play. They now move to 6-0 and 4-0 in region play. West Limestone had won the last two meetings in this series, but from 1973 to 2018, this series was dominated by Brooks. 1-16. Brooks won 16
Wow.
of the 17 meetings from 1973 to 2018. Brooks back at it tonight, 27-20 over West Limestone. So that 2-game win streak in the series from West Limestone is over. Priceville over Rogers, 58-43 tonight, and it was Deschler 49. Wilson 6. Class 4A Region 7, the Cardiac Cats, the Westminster Christian Academy Wildcats. They get the win 31-28. And if people start referencing it's such a big word for me to say at 10:35. I messed that up. If people start referencing Westminster Christian Academy as the Cardiac Cats, let it be known that we started it here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. We started it last week. We did. And they get the win tonight, 31-28. It is North Jackson getting a win over Madison County tonight, 20-15. Madison Academy over Randolph, 42-16. DAR over St. John Paul, 14-10. Class 4A Region 6, Aniana over Hansville, 34-6. Good Hope over Etowah, 20-19. It's Dora blanking Fultondale, 32-0. Class 4A Region 5, Oak Grove over Curry, 50-16. All right, and let's pause our scores because, as we mentioned, the Cardiac Cats do it again. 31-28, Westminster over New Hope. Their head coach, Louis Leblanc, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Coach, congratulations. You survive yet again, 31-28.
Welcome, Coach.
Hey, thank you, guys. And we'll definitely give credit where credit is due on that Cardiac Cat. Guys definitely coined it. We're living up to it.
Well, Coach, take us through this one tonight, and how were you guys fortunate enough to come away a win on the road over New Hope?
Well, I tell you, we've got some really good kids, and I don't know how else to say it. They work, they deal with distractions, they deal with letdowns, they deal with so much, and we have not been 100% at practice, either with just kids sick or quarantined. Had guys missing Monday and Tuesday practices, and then coming back and getting in there and learning it and doing it and pulling through, and just got some great young men, some great coaches that are able to draw up some adjustments and kids that can execute them. And told them, this game was won back in May when we started spring training and in the off season for many of them after last year. And couldn't be prouder of the guys for flipping our record from this time last year to now. We were 2-4 last year, and here we are sitting at 4-2. So just really proud of them and what they've done.
Well, Coach, that leaves you with 3 region games left in the year. You got St. John Paul the second next week at home. That is a big one. Obviously, it goes a long way to the playoffs. We're getting close. All these games are crucial, but another big one for you next week.
Yes, sir. And it's fall break for many of us up here in the Huntsville area, so we'll be playing on Thursday next week. It's a short week to get it together and face a really tough opponent across town here, and they'll be coming to us, and so looking forward to that matchup. Got a lot of respect for them, and I also want to just really say what a great job that Coach Sullivan does over at New Hope too. He had those young men ready to go and had some great adjustments, and he's a great man, and thankful for coaches like him in the area that just get to compete against.
Obviously, there, Trey Sullivan, the head coach of the New Hope Indians. Coach, any MVPs tonight for you?
Well, I tell you, that's a tough one because it was just such an unbelievable team effort. Brandon Mush at quarterback, he made some clutch throws down the stretch. He had a couple of incredible runs that were just guts, and so I'm telling you, we got an O-line that if I lined them up, you would ask what wide receiver do they play, but they play O-line for us because we don't have anybody else, and they did a phenomenal job against a really big New Hope team. I don't know what they're feeding them down there in New Hope, but we got to get it in our place because they got some big boys, and So it'd really be tough because there's so many guys that just stepped up. I mean, we got turnovers on offense, but then we had turnovers on defense that were able to get it right back. But Brandon, he commands that offense and runs the show, and he did a phenomenal job with his arm and his feet. And there's not a week goes by that a coach that we're getting ready to play doesn't say something about him and what he's doing as a sophomore. And just thankful for him, his attitude. He's humble. He's a great leader, and I just like the way he can take success and he can take failure and just let it roll off his back and go to the next play. And that's something special for such a young kid.
All right, Westminster Christian Academy head coach Louis LeBlanc joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, 31-28. 3-2 is the magic number. The win streak started with a 24-22 win over DAR. You get a 23-20 win last week and then a 31-28 win tonight, and you win that opener 28-26. So the guy's not giving you any breathing room, but wins are wins.
Yes, sir. Now, if you guys could coin the term comfortable win cats, we will take that one. as long as it's a win.
It'd do better on the heart, I'm sure, Coach.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, congratulations on the win, and best of luck next week on a short week.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for what you're doing.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Head coach Louis LeBlanc joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. The Westminster Wildcats winners tonight in another close one, 31-28.
Chillax,
and their losses have been big. It was 36-22 to North Jackson and 52-14 to Madison Academy, but the wins are coming by the hairs of their chinny chin chin. All right, we got to get a break in, 10:42. When we come back, we're going to wrap up our Friday edition of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline.
Brooks & Collier has always been about making the most of your outdoors. Our lush greenhouse and new furniture ideas will inspire you, but we're also about value. Our brands are so handsome, they'll make themselves comfortable inside or out. And so well made, they'll weather the weather for many years to come. Our staff can consult you on the right choices. And Lucy, for sure, can show us the sofa that's the most comfortable. Make the most of your outdoors. Meridian Street and at brooksandcollier.com.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. You know, you'll hear people say we're like a family, but here at the Lackey Law Firm, that's really true, not just a saying.
I'm Justin Lackey. With my father and my sister, we have a special connection to each other.
I'm Jennifer Lackey. At the Lackey Law Firm, when we take on your case, you become part of our family. You really do.
And we'll always do whatever it takes to get everything you deserve.
If you're injured, you worry about getting well, not about paperwork or insurance companies or figuring out how to get to your lawyer's office. I'll come to you.
We worry about your case so you don't have to.
When you've been injured, we know that your case is probably the biggest thing going on in your life. More important than almost anything else.
And it's important to us too, for one simple reason. Family takes care of each other, and at the Lackey Law Firm, we'll take care of you.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
What can you expect when you shop for a firearm at Bullet & Barrel? Expect great prices. We specialize in quality over quantity. Expect great service. Our professional sales staff is never pushing. We won't talk you into something that doesn't fit your needs. You have the right to make a smart, informed decision. Expect Bullet & Barrel, Alabama's only 5-star indoor shooting range, to support you after the sale. Bullet & Barrel, 3252 Lehman Ferry Road. Like or follow us on Facebook. Come see us soon.
Chad, cue the cheesy Italian music. So you're in charge of the dinner spot, and the family is a hard group to please. Dad wants award-winning 21-day-age certified Angus beef. Mom craves authentic Italian food like great-grandma. Sissy pretty much won't eat anything but fresh seafood. And old life of the party, Uncle Walter, likes to enjoy a cigar after dinner with some live local entertainment and some killer cocktails. So you think you're in a pickle? Well, you're not. Relax. I'm Tom Chapman, chef at Nick's Ristorante at 10300 Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly. We have all that and more. Our friendly and helpful staff is eager to help you Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 5. So, corral that crazy crew of yours and give us a call at 256-489-8280 or tell them to check us out at nicksristorante.com. I promise you, the gang will all think you're a culinary cruise director of awesomeness if you take them all to Nick's. See you soon. Ciao. Okay, Chad, kill that music.
Nick's is for patrons 19 or older.
He's bald, he's opinionated, and he's here.
You're morally reprehensible, vulgar, insensitive, selfish, stupid. You have no taste, a lousy sense of humor, and you smell.
Listen to Feinbaum, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show with Scott Tyson. Now, here's Scott and Chad.
All right, 256-576-4977. That's the number to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. And that is right where we go right out of break real fast. Get a little Tennessee flavor in the show tonight. Craig from Fayetteville joining us. Craig, good evening.
How you doing, Scott?
Doing good. How are you tonight?
All right, you and Chad okay?
We're holding down the fort.
All right. Hey, well, another win for the Fayetteville City Tigers. Big region win. We went up to Cornersville, Tennessee, played the Bulldogs up there tonight. Both teams undefeated coming into tonight in the region play. And the Tigers took the win 18-8 and just a slugfest up there. Great game. Samuel Holmeyer, the quarterback, had a 43-yard touchdown pass to Deterrence Derrick. Algeray Johnson taking the place of K.J. Jackson, their star injured running back right now, took it in 6 yards out, another touchdown. And defense, again, did not allow a score. The 8 points was a pick six right at the end of the first half as Cornersville made a good play on defense and picked off a Holmeyer pass and ran it in for a touchdown, and that was their points. But the defense otherwise shut out the Bulldogs tonight. So, again, a big win. We take now the overall lead in the region at 3-0. Still got 2 region games to go. We're 7-0 overall, now 14 in a row, dating back to last year for the defending 1A state champions in the state of Tennessee, the Fayetteville City Tigers, Scott.
All right, and as you mentioned, kind of what lies ahead, we've got, I believe, 4 weeks left here in the state of Alabama. We've got 4 weeks after tonight. How many weeks left are there in the regular season up there in Tennessee?
There's 4 weeks also, but for the Fayetteville Tigers, though, like I said, we've already played 7, so we only have 3 weeks left. We have an open date coming up this next Friday before going back on the road on the 15th of October, the Friday after next, to play Chattanooga Red Bank, which is a 4A team in the state of Tennessee. And then we'll end up the last 2 Fridays with Huntland and Eagleville in the region. So we got 3 games left, but there's actually 4 weeks left up here also.
All right, so obviously some big games lying ahead for the Fayetteville City Tigers, the defending 1A champs up there in the state of Tennessee. Things looking good for them as they go on that quest to repeat as state champions. Craig, we always appreciate the time and the effort on Friday nights.
No problem. Appreciate it. It's my pleasure. I thank y'all for all you do, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, all right, sir. That is Craig helping us out from Tennessee, giving us a little bit of look there at the Fayetteville City Tigers, the top-ranked team in Class 1A up there in Fayetteville City. As we kind of look around at some of the other Tennessee scores for you real fast tonight. Eaglesville, a 32-14 winner over Wayne County. Collinwood gets the best of Huntland tonight, 16-0. Kind of going around just trying to give you some of the Tennessee scores from the area. And that is about all that we have that have come across the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline desk. So those are your Tennessee scores from this evening. All right, Chad, let's run down. We've gotten through 6A I was trying to think of where we left off when we had Louis Leblanc joining us. I think we made it all the way to Class 3A. So let's start with some Class 3A.
Class 3A scores.
All right, Class 3A, Region 8, we go. East Lawrence, a winner over Elkmont tonight, 54-28. Phil Campbell over Culver Heights, 42-7. It's Lauderdale County, 49, Clements, 20. Class 3A, Region 7, Sylvania, 49, Asbury, 6. Fife, 45, Plainview, 19. We heard from head coach Paul Benefield earlier in the show. That's 50 straight wins now for the Fife Red Devils. The regular season win streak moves up to 63. The home win streak moves up to 52. And they have now scored in a record 284 consecutive games. Geraldine, 53. Brindley Mountain, nothing. Class 3A, Region 6. Winfield, 41. Vinemont, 8. Oakman, 32. Susan Moore, 14. J.B. Pennington, a close one over Carbon Hill, 43-42. Holly Pond over Tarrant, 59-6. Class 3A, Region 5, Sac, 61. Pleasant Valley, nothing. Ohatchee with the upset tonight over Piedmont, 28-24. Piedmont coming in the second-ranked team in Class 3A. They got one first-place vote this past week. We'll see where Piedmont slips down in the rankings this week. Hoax Bluff, 35. Weaver, nothing. Walter Wellborn, 51. Glencoe, 10. Class 2A, Region 8, Chad. Red Bay Sheffield has to be a final.
I believe so. I believe it's 34-20, Red Bay over Sheffield.
All right, that is in Class 2A. Your top-ranked teams there, Mars Hill came in tonight ranked third in Class 2A. Falkville came in ranked sixth in Class 2A. Spring Garden came in ranked 7th in Class 2A. And Colbert County came in ranked number 10. Mars Hill Bible meeting Colbert County tonight. So that was a top 10 matchup in Class 2A. Mars Hill Bible holds on. They get the win over Colbert County 25-20. So it's Lexington over Hatton 42-8. Class 2A Region 7. Whitesburg Christian taking on Tanner tonight on the road. And Chad, this one all Tanner 47-12. Pisgah over North Sand Mountain 44-20. And Section over Falkville, the upset in Class 2A 21-6. How about some 2A Region 6 scores, Chad?
Weston a winner 17-13 over Westbrook Christian. Gaston, actually I cannot find that one at the moment, but Cleveland is a winner 49-0 over Southeastern. Gaston, Spring Garden a winner 47-0 over Gaston. And Sand Rock a winner 56-14 over Locust Fork.
All right, Class 2A, Region 5, Midfield 22, Winston County 6, Addison 37, Cold Springs 13. In Class 1A we go.
Class 1A scores.
All right, Decatur Heritage coming in on the evening, ranked number 6 in Class 1A. They get the win over Waterloo, 52-14. It was R.A. Hubbard over Vina, 55-26. Phillips over Cherokee, 76-0. It was Hackleburg over Shoals Christian, 62-12. Class 1A, Region 7, Chad, what do we got?
Cedar Bluff a winner 54-12 over Woodville. Valley Head a winner 41-24 over Appalachia.
All right, Class 1A, Region 6, Marion County and Meek meeting. Meek gets the win 34-14. Barry 59, Lynn 18. And Eider and Victory Christian have a gone final there.
Eider is a winner 36-7 over Victory Christian.
All right, so those are a full list of the scores from the area tonight. And let's just kind of run down some of the big ones that we've been watching and kind of paying attention to all night long. Gadsden City picks up the 100th win of their program with a 21-16 win over Tuscaloosa County. James Clemens kicks a field goal with 9 seconds left to get a win over Florence, 45-42. Of course, James Clemens coming in tonight, ranked number 7 in Class 7A. Thompson, Hoover, no problems there. Your top-ranked 2 teams in Class 7A. Hoover, a 34-10 win over Hewitt Trussville, and Thompson, a 49-7 winner over Vestavia Hills. Those two, as we mentioned, are on a collision course. In Class 6A, the games we're paying attention to, Muscle Shoals, a win over Hazel Green, 56-7. And it was Hartzell over Athens, 45-34. Those two are on a collision course for next week. Hartzell, of course, coming in ranked number 4 in Class 6A. Muscle Shoals getting votes this week in the Class 6A poll. Maybe that win this week over Hazel Green will get them a few polls, a few more votes. That could be a top 10 matchup next week in Muscle Shoals. But for right now, 4th-ranked Hartzell making their way perfect. Muscle Shoals perfect as well. In Class 6A, Region 7, Southside Gadsden gets a win over Springville. Arab gets a win over Pell City. That keeps Arab perfect on the year in region play. They're 4-0. Southside Gadsden moves to 3-1 on the year. And if I take a look here at Southside Gadsden, just to see what lies ahead for them as they are 3-1. Let's go inside the numbers there. They will get Fort Payne next week to Southside Gadsden, and then Scottsboro to wrap up region play. All right, that's going to do it. Wow.
Another great night.
That's an hour and a half of scores, reaction. Big thanks to all of our coaches that joined us tonight on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Thanks to the North Alabama High School Football reporter extraordinaire, Drudy Armand, joined us from the James Clemens Florence game along the sidelines there. Great reaction. Thank you to all of our coaches. Thanks to Scotty. Thanks to you, Chad, for holding it down. Sir. Thanks to all of our North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show interns. Thanks to the Drumline for showing up tonight. Free pizza brings everybody out, and the office was full tonight with helpers getting scores. We appreciate all of them. We appreciate you for listening to us. We'll be back at it Friday, 9:30.
Never mind fall and football being in the air. We want to taste it.
And never mind not being able to tailgate at the game. Let's create the ultimate barbecue experience in your own backyard.
You said it, Foster Brooks. And that's where Brooks & Collier comes in. Big selection of outdoor furniture.
And a big selection of grills and smokers like Traeger, Big Green Egg, Blaze, even DCS, and more.
This is the good stuff.
And Paul, we definitely got the accessories. And remember, we deliver. Visit us at 813 Meridian Street and shop online at brooksandcollier.com.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Protecting your family is a priority. Smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are 2 of the best life-saving investments for the safety of your home and your family. But they do actually expire. The expert electricians at Mr. Sparky will test and advise or install the best unit for your home. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
In today's real estate market, you need the right professionals to help make sure your home purchase is smooth and hassle-free. That's where Jacob Title comes in. Stan McDonald and the staff at Jacob Title cater to the realtor and clients who are looking for a top-flight closing experience. Jacob Title uses the latest and best technologies to ensure a safe and secure exchange of funds, and they pride themselves on great communication well before and during the real estate closing process. Jacob Title in Huntsville and Madison, and online at jacobtitle.com. You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our SportsMed specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving life.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
It serves the Prattville, Selma, Montgomery area.
We've got Dixie Country 98.5, which serves most of West Alabama from the Demopolis area west over to Meridian, north to just south of Tuscaloosa, and down to about Grove Hill, South Clark County.
Yeah.
And then we've got some other stations as well. We've got an urban station in the Demopolis area, a couple of those, and a news talk station in the Selma area.
Well, certainly high school football plays a large role in the things that you do. In fact, when I first met you, which I guess would have been somewhere in the mid-'90s, right, when I came to work for you. I mean, high school football is just a big part of what you do. You and George Henry, I think, were doing play-by-play together at the time.
Yeah, George and I did play-by-play for about, 35, 38 years together. Crazy. It doesn't seem like it was that long, but it was a long time. And we love being involved with schools. We love being involved with our listeners. We appreciate our listeners so much. We try to give them what they want, including programming like the AHSAA Scoreboard show.
Yeah, and high school football is such a big part of life in many of these towns that most of us grew up here in the state of Alabama. Talk a little bit about that, about how much high school football just means to the local community, whether it's local businesses, local fans, the community, the city governments. It's such a big part of life here.
Oh, it's huge. And our primary broadcast on Friday nights is, of course, Prattville. And there is not a larger fan base anywhere in the country than Prattville High School. They're amazing. But what's even more amazing, JJ, as you well know, and you experienced this years ago when we worked together, these small communities, the 1A communities like Sweetwater, Maplesville, big game tonight. I know you guys are watching Notasulga, Lochapoka. 1A schools, the communities' population is like 1,000 or less. On Friday night, they put 4,000 people in the stadium. That's been the most amazing thing for me over the years.
Always fun to watch the 1A and 2A schools, like you said, where the population of the football stadium is more than the population of the town.
Oh, it really is. And, and it gives folks a lot to do. And the thing about it in today's world, which you and I would agree is a little bit different than when we grew up.
No doubt.
Today's world, it is fantastic to be able to be a part of a positive event in these communities with the kids playing football, the bands, the cheerleaders, the parents and their organizations. I think that's so important to overall lifestyle.
Mike Reynolds is with us, president of Broad South Communications. Of course, our affiliates, 100.1 WDXX, also WINL, over there in West Alabama, just doing a fabulous job. Mike, I can't thank you enough for the time, and thanks